In 2025, a 22-year-old teacher could buy a stunning Alfa Romeo 147 for around €18,000. Today, genuinely beautiful European cars have become increasingly rare in affordable segments. While you can still find attractive options like the Mini Cooper from €28,000, the Cupra Born around €35,000, or the Mazda 3 near €25,000, the variety and accessibility of beautiful cars has dramatically shrunk. The working class hasn't been completely condemned to ugliness, but their aesthetic choices have been severely limited while beauty increasingly concentrates in premium segments. And I have the data to prove this wasn't accidental. Something sinister happened to the European car market that nobody's talking about. Beauty, actual aesthetic pleasure, has been systematically priced out of reach for normal people. This isn't about luxury features or performance, it's about the basic human right to own something that brings joy to look at. In 2005, Europe offered dozens of different models under €25,000 that were genuinely beautiful. Gorgeous coupes, elegant sedans, charming hatchbacks with character and soul. Today, the selection has dramatically shrunk. Every beautiful European car increasingly sits where middle-class salaries struggle to reach. I've analyzed 20 years of pricing data, and what I've discovered is shocking. This wasn't market forces, it was deliberate strategy. Manufacturers consciously decided that beauty should be a premium feature, like heated seats or navigation. Except you can live without heated seats. Living without beauty is existing without joy. If you've noticed that every affordable car looks like a depressed appliance while beautiful cars cost more than your annual salary, smash that subscribe button, because I'm exposing how the industry stole beauty from the working class. Let me show you what we've lost. In 2005, for under €20,000, you could buy numerous beautiful options. Alfa Romeo 147, around €18,500, Giugiaro design, gorgeous stance. Peugeot 206cc, near €20,000, Pininfarina designed convertible for ordinary people. Ford Puma, around €17,500, new edge design that still looks modern. Renault Mégane Coupé, approximately €19,000, French flair for teacher salaries. Seat Leon, from €17,000, crisp Walter de Silva design. Today, for under €25,000 in Europe, your beautiful options are extremely limited. Mazda 3 from around €23,000, genuinely gorgeous but Japanese. Mini Cooper starting €28,000, just over the threshold. Citroën C3, trying but not quite succeeding. Various anonymous crossovers. The beautiful Peugeot 508 sedan starts in the high 30,000s to low 40,000 euros, depending on spec. The pretty Mazda MX-5, around 35,000 euros. The Alpine A110 that everyone praises, mid 60,000 euros. A teacher's salary barely covers the payments. This isn't natural market evolution, it's economic apartheid. Beauty has been reclassified from standard to luxury. It's like if they suddenly decided windows were optional and only premium cars could have glass. Here's what destroys the manufacturer's excuses. Mazda still makes beautiful, affordable cars. The Mazda 3 starts at €23,000 and is gorgeous. The MX-5 at €35,000 is still attainable for enthusiasts. They prove categorically that beauty doesn't require premium pricing. How does Mazda do it? They made a corporate decision that design excellence would be standard, not optional. Their Kodo design philosophy applies to every model, not just expensive ones. They believe, correctly, that everyone deserves beauty, not just the wealthy. But here's the killer. Mazda has 2.9% European market share. BMW has 7.1%. The market rewards those who gatekeep beauty behind premium pricing. Mazda proves it's possible, but also shows why others don't bother. Ethics don't translate to profits. The tragedy is that Mazda is Japanese. No European manufacturer maintains this democratic approach to design. They've all abandoned the principle that beauty should be accessible. The continent that gave us democratic design movements now practices aesthetic feudalism. Nobody fell harder than French manufacturers. France gave the world the Citroën DS, democratic beauty that taxi drivers could afford. The Peugeot 208 GTI, working class hero with Pininfarina input. The Renault Twingo, charm on a budget. They believed beauty was a right, not a privilege. Look at them now. The Peugeot 508, their beautiful sedan, starts at €44,000. The Alpine A110, Renault's gorgeous sports car, costs €65,000. The DS brand, Citroën's beauty division, doesn't sell a single car under €35,000. They've completely abandoned affordable aesthetics. The worst betrayal? The Peugeot RCZ. This stunning coupe launched at €27,000 in 2010. Expensive but achievable. When it died in 2015, Peugeot promised a successor. Instead, they gave us the 3008 SUV, uglier, more expensive, but more profitable. They literally replaced beauty with profitable ugliness. The market strategy is clear from their model lineup. Sub €30,000 cars get generic design while beauty requires €35,000 plus. It's effectively policy to limit aesthetics in lower price segments. Italy's betrayal hurts most because they invented affordable automotive beauty. The original Fiat 500 made humble people feel special. The Lancia Beta brought elegance to ordinary families. The Alfa Romeo Alfa Sud proved that cheap doesn't mean ugly. Today, Fiat sells the utilitarian Panda and Retro 500, nothing beautiful and contemporary. Lancia is effectively dead, selling one rebadged Fiat. And Alfa Romeo, this is where it gets criminal. Alfa Romeo only sells SUVs and one sedan starting at €43,000. The Alfa Romeo 147 I mentioned, €18,500 in 2005. Its spiritual successor, the Giulietta, died in 2020 with no replacement. Why? Stellantis decided Alfa would be premium only. The brand that gave working-class Italians something beautiful to aspire to now only serves the wealthy. Here's a quote from Jean-Philippe Imparato, Alfa's CEO. "We are not interested in volumes, we are interested in margins." Translation? We don't care about normal people anymore. Beauty is for those who can afford €50,000 cars. Everyone else gets Fiat Pandas. BMW, Mercedes and Audi have built a monopoly on automotive beauty, and they price it accordingly. Want something genuinely beautiful with 4 doors? Your only options start at €45,000. Want a beautiful coupe? €55,000 minimum. A pretty convertible? €60,000 entry fee. They've created a prison where beauty only exists at premium prices. The base models are deliberately made uglier to push you upmarket. A basic BMW 3 Series with small wheels and black plastic trim looks worse than a 1990s economy car. You need the €55,000 M Sport package for it to look decent. This is psychological manipulation. They could make base models beautiful. It costs nothing extra to design good proportions, but ugly base models make expensive versions seem more desirable. They're literally using ugliness as a sales tool. Mercedes follows their economies of desire strategy, focusing on top-end margins. They use design differentiation to drive customers upmarket. Lower models are deliberately made plainer to justify higher prices for premium versions. Your aesthetic dissatisfaction is part of their business model. Entire categories of beautiful, affordable cars have vanished. Remember affordable coupes? The Peugeot 406 Coupé, Calibra, Scirocco, Hyundai Coupé, all dead, no replacements. The segment didn't die naturally. It was murdered for not being profitable enough. Convertibles for normal people? Gone. The Peugeot 206cc and 307cc let ordinary families enjoy top-down motoring. Now, the cheapest convertible is the €35,000 Mazda MX-5. Mini convertible? €38,000. BMW 4 Series, €58,000. Sun on your face became a luxury good. Beautiful wagons? Estate cars used to be gorgeous and practical. Alfa 156 Sportswagen, Accord Tourer, Mondeo Estate. Now you get ugly SUVs or €50,000 plus premium wagons. The middle ground of affordable beauty was systematically eliminated. 3-door hatchbacks, the sportiest looking affordable cars, are extinct. The Clio RS, Ibiza Cupra, Astra GTC, murdered by accountants. Their SUV replacements cost more and look worse, but generate higher margins. Beauty died for profit. Here's the global conspiracy. Chinese buyers will pay premium prices for beauty. Europeans won't. So manufacturers design beautiful cars for China at high prices, then sell the same expensive products in Europe. Affordable European models get beaten with the ugly stick. BMW's 5 Series Li for China is gorgeous, with perfect proportions and elegant details. The European 5 Series is compromised and costs €55,000. The Chinese market gets beauty because they'll pay €70,000. Europeans wanting beauty must match Chinese prices. Volkswagen admitted this in their 2023 strategy review. Design investment follows margin opportunity. Since Chinese buyers pay more, they get design priority. European affordable segments get generic design because margins are lower. Your geographic disadvantage determines your aesthetic poverty. The cruel irony? Chinese manufacturers like BYD and MG are now selling beautiful, affordable cars in Europe. The Seal, Dolphin, MG4, all pretty and under €35,000. Chinese companies are providing the democratic beauty European manufacturers abandoned. Manufacturers love claiming regulations killed beautiful, affordable cars. Pedestrian safety made pretty noses impossible. Emissions rules destroyed proportions. This is largely lies to justify profit-seeking ugliness. The Mazda MX-5 meets every regulation while being gorgeous and affordable. The Alpine A110 passes all safety tests with beautiful proportions. Cupra Born is pretty and electric for €35,000. Regulations didn't kill beauty. Greed did. Yes, regulations add cost, but ugly doesn't mean cheaper to certify. A beautiful shape costs the same to crash test as an ugly one. The difference is design investment and corporate priority. When beauty isn't valued, it isn't delivered. Here's proof. Chinese markets meet similar regulations but look better because buyers demand it. Same rules, different results. The variable isn't regulation, it's whether manufacturers think you deserve beauty at your price point. Right now in 2025, here are the last beautiful new cars under €35,000. Mazda 3, around €23,000, genuinely gorgeous. Mini Cooper, from €28,000, retro beauty still accessible. Cupra Born, around €35,000, pretty EV that proves it's possible. Mazda MX-5, around €35,000, accessible sports car beauty. Toyota GR86, around €34,000 if you can find allocation, often sold out. That's essentially it for realistic European showroom options, a handful of models in the entire continent for under €35,000. Everything else is either anonymous or starts where middle-class salaries end. The used market is your only hope. A 2015 Alfa Giulietta, 2014 Scirocco, 2016 Peugeot RCZ, these are the last affordable beauty you'll ever see. Their prices are rising because people realize they're irreplaceable. A clean RCZ has appreciated 30% in 2 years. This isn't just about cars, it's about what kind of society we're building. When beauty becomes exclusive to wealth, we're saying aesthetic pleasure is a class privilege. The ordinary people deserve only functional ugliness while the rich enjoy visual delight. Studies show that environmental beauty affects mental health, productivity, and life satisfaction. Ugly surroundings create ugly moods. When working class people are condemned to aesthetic poverty, it's a form of psychological oppression. You're denied the daily joy of seeing something beautiful that's yours. The knock-on effects are generational. Young people can't afford beautiful cars, so they lose interest in cars entirely. Car culture dies when it becomes economically inaccessible. The passion that drove European automotive excellence evaporates when beauty costs more than annual salaries. History shows this wasn't inevitable. The Bauhaus movement believed good design should be accessible to all. Scandinavian design philosophy insisted beauty was a human right. Italian manufacturers like Fiat democratized style for the masses. These weren't radical ideas, they were mainstream European values. The original Volkswagen Beetle, Citroën 2CV, Mini, Fiat 500, all brought dignity through design to ordinary people. Owning something beautiful, even if simple, was considered essential for human flourishing. That philosophy has been murdered by modern capitalism. Beauty is now segmented, stratified, and sold at premium prices. The idea that a factory worker deserves something as beautiful as a banker owns is considered naive. We've accepted aesthetic apartheid as normal. The solution requires conscious resistance. Support manufacturers who democratize beauty, primarily Mazda currently. Buy used cars and maintain them as rebellion against aesthetic oppression. Refuse to buy ugly cars just because they're practical. Demand beauty at all price points. When shopping, explicitly tell salespeople you're rejecting ugly options. Write to manufacturers. Create social media campaigns. Make aesthetic democracy a movement. The industry responds to consumer pressure when it's loud enough. Vote with your wallet for beauty over practicality sometimes. That gorgeous used Alfa Romeo might be less reliable than an ugly new Dacia, but it feeds your soul. Sometimes spiritual nourishment matters more than warranty coverage. Most importantly, preserve existing beautiful cars. They're becoming extinct. Every Scirocco scrapped, every RCZ crashed, every Giulietta rusted away is irreplaceable. These are the last democratic beauty we'll ever have. Treasure them. The theft of affordable beauty represents something larger, the complete commodification of joy. First, they made housing unaffordable, then education. Now even the simple pleasure of owning something beautiful has been priced out of reach. This isn't natural market evolution, it's conscious strategy. Manufacturers discovered that gatekeeping beauty behind premium pricing generates higher margins than democratic design. They chose profit over human dignity. They turned aesthetic pleasure into class privilege. Your 2008 Alfa Romeo isn't just a car, it's one of the last beautiful objects a normal person could afford. It represents an era when manufacturers believed everyone deserved visual joy. That era is dead, murdered by spreadsheets and margin targets. The European car industry once gave the world democratic beauty. The Beetle, the 2CV, the 500, icons of accessible style. Now they give us the Dacia Sandero and tell us to be grateful we can afford anything at all. Beauty has been stolen from the working class and locked in premium showrooms, but we don't have to accept this. Every time we preserve a beautiful older car, support democratic design, or refuse to buy ugly just because it's cheap, we resist. We declare that beauty is a human right, not a luxury good. The ordinary people deserve extraordinary design. The fight for affordable automotive beauty is a fight for dignity. It's saying that a nurse deserves something as beautiful as a banker, that a teacher shouldn't have to choose between reliable transport and aesthetic joy. That beauty should be democratic, not aristocratic. What was the last beautiful car you could afford? Are you keeping an older car because nothing beautiful is affordable anymore? Share your story below, because together we're documenting the theft of beauty from ordinary people.